Hello? Are we on? Are we live? Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Juice Daddy's live. Nobody watching at the moment. Hello, hello. I am early. I'll wait a couple minutes here for people to get in. Um, if you're watching this later as a live, I want to skip ahead at least 5 minutes because like I said, I did go live here about 3 or 4 minutes early. So, hello, one viewer. How's my day going? My day's going fine. Thank you for asking. How's your day going? Thanks for tuning in. It's over here. Good. Um, Gorgeous day. It's an absolute I know I live streamed last Sunday. Um, it's complete opposite. Can't wait to see what. Oh boy, it's all right here and right there and right there and right. It's in front of me. Here, my little sneak. There's some over there, right there. Little sneak. um. Anyway, what I'm getting at, it was an absolutely gorgeous day here, and it is an absolutely gorgeous day here in Southwest Montana. Last Sunday it was still kind of cold. We had a big snowstorm on Saturday, but now I just took a drive around town. It's gorgeous. There's people out. I'm like, man, I was hoping I'd schedule a live stream on a day where it's cold again. Hmm. So I'm going to go. Thanks for the thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and share this on YouTube. So I'm going to dink around on my screen. So I'm going to look funny. Reconnecting. Okay. Can I share it? Don't do this to me, YouTube. This one. Weird. Oh well. That sucks. I can. My computer's right behind me. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. Don't know if I can get a link. Here. I'll find my channel. We'll get started after I share this on Facebook. My channel. Oops. And here we go. And there I am. It's stream inception. What's going on? Come on. This got a new modem this week from Spectrum. It says it's supposed to be a lot faster, but if anything, it's been worse. Come on, YouTube, quit loading a fucking 100 things and just... Here we go. I can't spell join. Post. All right. Let's just get to it. It could be a long one. So, hi. Welcome to the $600 haul. Boom. That's what it is. I spent $600 on what was by far the single biggest video game purchase I've ever made in my entire time hunting and collecting video games. It's not the most I've ever paid for a big haul for, that distinction came to my buddy, Aaron. He sent me all of his NES and Super NES games that he owned. I gave him $650, and there was a huge box full of NES and Super NES, and it was very good. I got 7 Japanese Dreamcast titles. Today, Today, 2 of the best ones were Mars Matrix and The Lost Golem. Dang, $10? That's awesome. That's really awesome. Dreamcast. I'm going to get some Dreamcast a little bit later on. By the way, if you could tell me real quick, does it sound good, look good before we get too far into this? My one viewer right now. If it looks all right, if I'm sounding, if I'm coming through all right, I can turn on a couple extra lights. I can turn on a backlight. I've got a little lamp right here. I think we're fine. It looks fine to me. But you're the one streaming at home or wherever you're at. The audio is good and picture is good. Great. Awesome. Well, we'll continue. So what I got here, what do we got? Okay. What I got here is I bought a little poster board to hang up over here. And you can see the $600 haul. And I've got it broken down. Systems, controllers / accessories. And then there are going to be games. NES, Super Nintendo, 3DO, Xbox / PS2, various. That's kind of like if there was 1 game for this system, 2 games for another system, so we're going to kind of put like a miscellaneous N64 games, which I don't know, yeah, it's on there. PS1, Genesis, GameCube, TurboGrafx 16, and then we're going to total it all up and see where I'm at. $600, see what my total value is, according to PriceCharting.com as of last night. Hey there, Jerry Waller. How are you? Hey there, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. You're just in time. We're going to get started here because I don't know how long this is going to take. There's a lot to go over, and I have a tendency on occasion to start rambling especially about games and reminiscing and whatnot. And of course, if anybody has some questions and comments, I'm going to, be following the chat. So if you got anything to say, want to chime in, be my guest watching. There are some things in here that I haven't they're not going to be part of this. So I'll just kind of go over these real quickly. Part of this was this PSP Metal Gear Solid. Doing good things just come from GameStop. What'd you get at GameStop? What's happening at GameStop? Anything? So yeah, I got this PSP portable Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. No PSP, unfortunately, but it does have everything else. It has the cable. It has Peace Walker. The game is in there. Even has a little. That's the memory card, the memory stick. A huge package. Open me first, because everybody knows when we're getting a new console, we want to read about it before we start putting in games. So I'm not going to include, I didn't include like the price of Peace Walker, it's not much. Now, if this was complete, if I did have this green PSP, this would be a nice little pricey bundle, like over $100 for sure, but no PSP is pretty much I don't want to say worthless, but it is. And one other thing I'm not going to put in there because it's really probably the most valuable thing is this case. I got a new Portal game that I didn't know existed. It incorporates bridge building. Is that... That's an I thought that was a Portal game. Like it's like 2D kind of side Portal game. I haven't played it, but I have heard about it. Is that for retail? I thought that was download only, but I could be wrong. So like I said, I'm not including this in the total. It's this Sega Game Gear carrying case. This is actually my second one of these. I have maybe my third. It seems like I've found a couple of these before. It does have a couple things inside. It does have the Game Gear, but the battery covers are missing on it. It did come with a power brick and a couple of Game Gear games. I think Terry, Nostalgia Lane, took a couple games for Game Gear, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, and a baseball game. Like I said, that's the totals I'm going to put on the board. Do not include this Game Gear. None of it. But part of it, part of the $600 haul. Like I said, I mean, I would include it, but I don't know if I try to sell a Game Gear without the battery case, at least not for a whole lot. Maybe, like, if somebody really wanted it and insisted on giving me something, I'd give, $5, $10. Bridge Constructor, it's a hard copy? I didn't know that. I'll have to look into that. I did not know that they did that as a hard copy. Did not know. So let me put this aside real quick over here. Okay, so now we're going to get into that. Okay? I'm going to look into that, Jerry. Definitely. Most definitely. Because I know it was downloadable. I thought it was Steam only, but now it's on PS4 and physical. Cool. All right, let's start with the systems. That's what we got first, and we'll start here with a Dreamcast. I do own a Dreamcast, but last time I played it, it seemed like the drive was making funky noises when I was playing it. So I'm like, hey, when Terry and I were separating the system, I was like, I'll take the Dreamcast because I may need a replacement or just have a second one on hand. Not bad. Dreamcast, according to price charting, is worth $42.58. We have here a Master System. Nice. Of course, I have a Master System, and I acquired my Master System. I think I said this last time. It really quickly became like one of my favorite retro consoles. This thing is so underrated, in my opinion. Great games. Now, not a lot of great games, because, they didn't release a whole lot of games, especially here in North America. But it's compatible with all PAL region, and they released a ton of games over in Europe for the Master System. So, and you can get those, and they play on here. So, Master System is a ton of fun. A Master System, according to price charting, goes for $70.50. New to my collection is this. The light phaser for the Master System. Awesome. Of course, I'll have to find and hook up my old TV for this. But the phaser goes for $15, according to price charting. Got a standard NES. It's an NES. According to price charting, $49.99. Sorry. I don't know how often that's going to happen. Hoping the new thing would prevent that. So hopefully we'll get a good thing going. So NES worth $49.99. If it works, I haven't tested it yet. If it works, I'm going to throw some games that you'll see later. Try to sell it off. A neat one, at least to me, this white PS2. Got a couple memory cards in there, but I just think it's pretty cool. I have a black one. I have the silver platinum one. Now I've got this white one with matching controller, matching DualShock 2. A little dirty, needs to be cleaned up. But a white PS2, according to price charting, goes for $54.60. Now, oh wait, we got another white console. Got the GBA with a battery cover, no corrosion, pretty clean. These are wiped down. Screen's all right. White GBA goes for $23.05 as I attempt to break the battery cover. There we go. All right. Let's get into this stuff. I'm not including this, the Genesis portion of this in the price total because I'm not sure, like, that's broken right there. And it's really, it looks like something was spilled in, like a drink stain, like right into the cartridge slot, like right there. So I have no idea if it even works. It's all right. I've got other Genesis consoles, plenty of them. But the Sega CD is new, and or new to me, and I can't wait to test it out. Sega CD is pretty exciting. It's very, I think it's dirty. It's not scratched up. Yeah, it's just dusty. The guy didn't use it for a long time. Is this dirty? But we'll have to patch this old ass Genesis. Maybe it works. Maybe I should test it out first. So Sega CD, here we go. According to price charting, is worth $169.04. Nice. 32X. Nab that in this collection. Another one. Now this is another reason I want to put the Model 2 on this to the Model 1, because the 32X doesn't fit standardly into the first generation Genesis consoles. It needs some sort of adapter. But 32X is kind of exciting to me because I've always wanted to play Star Wars Arcade. I loved Star Wars Arcade when it was in the arcade. It wasn't like the most... It's almost like Dragon's Lair, like controlled like Dragon's Lair, if I remember right, at least portions of it. But the only place I think to play it on a home console is on 32X, and I kind of doubt it's as pretty as the arcade. But it is on there. All right, 32X according to price charting is worth $66.87. Are you doing any kind of like, quick math in your head? According to like pricecharting.com value versus what I paid, $600? I mean, come on. Come on. We're not even done with consoles. We haven't started in games yet. This is probably the console I'm most excited about. Let's check it off the list. Here is a Panasonic 3DO. Boom. Very nice. Like I said, a little dirty. I don't think the guys put them in for a while. But I've heard this is like, if you want the 3DO, you want the Panasonic model. Of course, Panasonic has two models of 3DO, so here we go. It's funny, I was looking up 3DO prices last night on price charting. There's apparently a lot of like porn games or like games where your object is to get the girl naked on the 3DO. It's really odd. All right, 3DO according to price charting, it's worth $132.53. $132.53. This thing. Terry and I almost fought over which one of us is actually going to take this. Oh gosh, come here, you beast. That is a Philips CDI. This thing is a little loose. It doesn't close. Well, it closes. It just doesn't stay there. But yeah, the CDI is as heavy as an old ass VCR. My God. But yeah, CDI. That's something as a game collector you just kind of want because you can say, like, yeah, I've got the CDI. I'm going to stick it over here. Beast. Philips CDI is worth, according to price charting, $84.09. And I don't know if there's one playable game on the console. I mean, there's certainly some expensive titles on the console. As far as playability, I don't know. Just trying to clear some room here. Hold on. Get some of these consoles out of the way. Finally, console-wise, I think, yeah, is this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. We have a complete in-box Super Nintendo Super Set. And it is all in there. If you really, 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 really want, I will open and show you. But it has a system, 2 controllers, and Super Mario World in there. Even has the proof of purchase on the back. Where is it done? Does it say what store it is? No. The box isn't, I mean, I've seen a lot worse boxes. I mean, it's not perfect. It's definitely worn and folded, and corners are frayed. But look at that. See if we can focus on that. Look what this dude. Look how the dude I bought it from acquired it. Garage sale for $5. That's insane. Like new with 3 games, $5. Can you imagine coming across that at a garage sale? Seeing this with a $5 sticker on it and like, oh, we'll give you 3 games too. Woo! Woo! But yeah, now I've got a boxed Super Nintendo. Go with my boxed NES, boxed Genesis, boxed Wii. There it is. PriceCharting.com value for complete and boxed Super Nintendo Super Set is $174.88. Wow. All right. So, Master System out of the way. That is, I believe, yeah, that's all the systems. You add it all up, which I've already done. I've taken the liberty of adding that up. According to price charting, you add all those together. Now, I bought some new Sharpies along with this poster board. And I was going to use the red one to write the totals in red until the point I reached over $600, and then we were going to be in the black. Needless to say, not going to need the red. Because according to price charting, the systems, just the systems from this lot, this haul, are worth $883.26. 883.26. Damn. Damn. Woo! And that doesn't include Game Gear, which is like $15. So I'm already, just in systems, in the money. Like, I've got my $600 worth already. So you two, the few of you who are viewing live, how is it? I'm going to go grab a towel. Tell me what's good. What's good? Are we doing good? Oh. Get some other stuff up here. It's all good. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. And just assume that the hookups are all there. I think they are, for the most part. Quite all. We ain't done, man. Look, we got all this left to go. That was just the system. That was just one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 different segments. Whew. So I think I've got, especially the proprietary ones, maybe for the saving for the 32X, I've got all the hookups. The things for the 3DO and the CDI are standard hookups, so we'll be fine. Let's move on to some of the accessories and controllers. Now, I'm not going to include the Dreamcast controller. It comes with here is one of the two 3DO controllers. We do have two. Let's see. This Sony PlayStation 3 Blu-ray remote was in there. I've got two of these. These are controllers for the CDI. I don't have any standard CDI controllers. I've got that one and this one. So those are my two CDI controllers for right now. Here's an interesting one for the Dreamcast. It's a fishing controller, but it's not the official one. It's a third-party fishing controller. Fission, Fission. Fishing controller. I think the only difference between this one and the Dreamcast one, besides not being official, it actually makes fishing reel noises. So we have a fishing controller. We have two NES controllers. For the Genesis, there was this Megafire controller. It's basically a standard Genesis controller with turbo. That's the other 3DO controller. There's a controller for the Master System. All right. And that's all that's really in there. None of that is going to be, that I just showed, is on this controller / accessory. I didn't, that was all, let's just include it. Also, just checking on the stream during dinner, we'll watch the whole thing later. Awesome. Thank you, Michael. It's gonna be one. Whew. Xbox demo disc and a CD binder full of PlayStation and Xbox demo discs, except for a random copy of Xbox Enter the Matrix back there. All right, I'm going to move this one out of the way with the phaser. Put that in there. All right. These I will include in this controller. We have a blue Dreamcast controller. We have an atomic purple N64 and the jungle green N64. This one's stick has it's not great, it's not the best. We have a third NES controller. We have this PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 Bluetooth headset. There's a black N64 controller, a platinum N64 controller, 2 VMUs, a green and a red-orange. That's an off-party Genesis controller, 6-button. A Move controller with the navigation controller, which is good. I need this. I need a Move controller. I sold them all because GameStop gets so much credit, but not going to GameStop anytime soon. And a third-party Xbox controller. And let's see. We have Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country, Shadows of the Empire, Aladdin, Samurai Showdown, Tecmo Super Bowl, Mario 64, Mario World, Turtles in Time. Some manuals thrown in there as well. Is that it for like accessories, controllers? I believe it is. I didn't mark down what they're marked individually for on price charting, but I did write a total for the controllers. Assorted controllers, may have included that phaser in there, $167.70. $167.70. Wow. So we are flying high just on systems and controllers. Now we're going to get to the games. Now we're going to do it. I'm sure you saw the last few uploads, the live stream last Sunday. Really excited to finally go through all of this. So here we are. And you can see, the fact is we're over almost $400. We're almost at $1,000. We are at $1,000. We're over $1,000 in value. I paid $600. We haven't even shown a game yet. Let me get this box. Not that box. Which box is it? This one. All right. Oh, this is part of the controllers as well. This, I believe it's for PlayStation 3, maybe PS2, but I think it's PlayStation 3. This limited edition Ken controller. I don't know if it's going to, yeah, you can kind of see the hologram in there. Yeah. So we got that as well. All right. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here and going over this great haul with me. It's going to be we're going to have some fun. Are we having fun? I think we're having fun. Let me unpack this real quick. Now, we're going to move down to the next on the list. NES games. Here's the deal. We're not even going to price chart all the NES games. We'll kind of do random ones. So let's just start. We have Captain Skyhawk in this Nintendo, maybe a rental case of some sort. We have RBI Baseball 3. I know I said before, I think I said last week, that the NES may be the most disappointing out of all the games listed, all the systems and all the games. The amount and the quality of the NES games, probably the most disappointing. Platoon. Tag Team Wrestling. 10-Yard Fight. Hunt for Red October. Golf. Blades of Steel. Put these over there. Nintendo World Cup. Double Dribble. Tecmo NBA Basketball. Kings of the Beach. Spy Hunter. Karnov. Yoshi. Whew. It's hot. All right. Let's see here. Super Spike Volleyball. Operation Wolf. RC Pro-Am. Play Action Football. Now some games that are actually worth a little bit. Mario 3 worth $9.44. Mario 2 worth $12.69, according to price charting as of last night. Zoda's Revenge worth $11.15. A game I don't have and probably like the best, at least of the, well, maybe the best as far as value-wise. Goal 2. Goal 2 is worth $24. And it had the manual as well. I don't believe it's $24, but it is. Okay. We have a box and game only for Monopoly. That's all that's in there is the game. According to price charting, a complete in-box copy of Monopoly goes for $11.46, but this isn't complete. It's just a box. Maybe we'll call it 8, maybe. We have just a box, no game, Rally Bike. Box is actually not half bad, but I think the only thing in there is a piece of styrofoam. I did look, and there are a couple like loose carts for this game on eBay, but they're in rough shape. The only carts are in good shape. They're trying to sell complete in box. So, and in a kind of a disappointment, we have this box for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. As you can see, it's not in the best shape. It's not in good shape at all. There's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Cart's wonderful. Cart's in great shape. According to price chart, I'm just going to do loose because this box is hurting so bad. $20.62 loose on Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. This box to me is kind of like, sometimes you just need to let it go, you know? Like, this is not salvageable. This is ripped right there. The bottom is falling out. It's just, at what point do you say, you know, do you end like, oh, I've got a box for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, to like, this just needs to go in the trash. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I may be there soon. Because, I mean, that's not going to hold anything in it. I mean, I'll try. All right. So, yeah. I mean, I guess I could tape it, but like I said, it's probably trash at this point. But there it is. Just keep it till you get a better box, then give it a Viking funeral. I think it just needs a Viking funeral right now. Man, I just think it's time, you know, put it on the wood canoe, put it in the river, blow some horns, you know, have a life philosophy of be like Elsa. What does Elsa do? She lets it go. Anyway, for the NES games, like I said, I only did price charting on kind of the valuable ones. Like all those other ones, or we're talking $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 games. I didn't include that in our total that we're going to put on the board here. So the Super Nintendo titles, the two Marios, the Zoda's Revenge, the Gold 2, the Monopoly, the Mike Tyson, $85.90. $85.90. So we're not, like I said, not doing, wasn't the best NES haul, but doesn't really matter, as you're going to see. Are we doing good still? 42 minutes in? Let's just keep it rolling. What's up next? Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo. I believe this is all of them. Yes. All right. We'll start with this one. We have Baseball Simulator 1000. It is in the box. It is complete with the manual right there. The game is in there. $7.72. I might get rid of all my Wii stuff. Well, what do you got, Jerry? Do you have a bunch of good stuff for the Wii? Or you just are you sitting on a ton of shovelware? If you're sitting on a Fire Emblem, call me. Call me. Yeah, I got all my Wii stuff takes up some space too, for sure. Anyway, here's a copy of Mario All-Stars worth $12.75. You got some good games. What do you got? Mario's Missing, $7.73. Diddy's Conquest, $15. So Donkey Kong Country 2, worth $15. Mortal Kombat 2, worth $10.99. Desert Strike, worth $7.77. Regular old Street Fighter 2, worth $9.50. Super Tennis in kind of a shape with all the rental stickers or whatnot all over it. $3.93, maybe not even that. Samurai Showdown. Why is it not focusing? There we go. Samurai Showdown. $10.99. Just came in to say hi. Love your channel. Thank you, Crispy Treat. Thanks for coming in. And I know not everybody has time to sit here and watch the Fat Bald Guy on a Sunday afternoon or evening, but I hope you kind of check in, maybe kind of, skim through, because if you're a fan of video games, retro video games, you're going to want to check this out. Already, we paid $600. That's over 1,000, maybe at 1,100 right now. Just kind of math in my head. I see the viewers going up. Good to see you all. And feel free to get in the chat and comment and hang out. I'm watching the chat, so you can definitely interrupt me sitting here holding up games and telling you prices. We can have a chat. We can talk as well as do the haul video. So anyway, we got SimCity. It's the player's choice, which apparently really increases its value, starting it's worth $14.99 because it's player's choice. We have Cook's copy of NHL 96, which apparently he got from Blockbuster. $7.31. PGA Tour Who Gives a Crap, worth $2.78. Maybe not even worth a nickel with all these old these are GameStops? So is $5 game box done for the season? That's a really good question. I did go out game hunting yesterday to, but garage sale season's done. There were a couple garage sales yesterday. Um, Nothing there. And so I did what I did like last winter and the winter before is I started with like the thrift store pawn shop rounds. Like do a loop around the two towns in this area, hit every thrift store, pawn shop, Goodwill, whatnot. Found absolutely nothing. One of the thrift stores smelled like somebody took a dump, like right on the floor. Like you go in there and just that you know, like oh god, I hope I don't find anything here. So um, so I literally filmed the intro to the next episode of the $5 Game Box, but nothing. And plus, I kind of had to admit to myself and say to myself while I was out game hunting that it's really hard to search for diamonds in the rough or to get too excited for a $10 to $12 game um, when I knew I had this haul sitting on my couch and we are going to be doing the live stream today. Like, oh, I found this $10 game for $2. Woo! Like, yay! So, maybe the bug will return once we get through the big $600 haul here. I'm kind of hoping it does. Plus, yesterday was just so beautiful to be stuck inside some pawn shop. It was absolutely gorgeous around here. A beautiful Saturday day. So, last thing I want to do is be inside some stuffy, smells like poop thrift store. You know what I'm saying? What did you say? Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, Donkey Kong Country. What's immaculate? Immaculate? Are you saying it's in immaculate condition? Back to the Super Nintendo titles. We have Super Empire Strikes Back. Oh, okay, in good condition. I see what you're saying. Didn't they re-release that on the Switch? Or was that the other version? Was that the Wii U version? It's a Wii U game. Curse Mountain. I don't know if that's valuable, but it's a unique game. Those titles, I'm like, if you're looking for a really cool game to play on your Wii, it's not all shovelware and Hell's Kitchen games and my baby's first poopy diaper games. Curse Mountain is a game, I don't think it's on any other platform. You can't find it. Mad World, another one. Exclusive to Wii. It's worth like $4, but it's a ton of fun. Got Greg Proops doing the commentary, who I love. Super Empire Strikes Back, $8.99. Now we have. Why don't you play Calling? I have Calling on Wii. I am a scared little man. And survival horror and me usually. Resident Evil, when that first zombie you come across, I'm like, nope. Darius Twin, worth $13.88. You know I love my shooters. I think I have that though. There we go. Oh, what's going on? At least we made it for a little while. ActRaiser. That's where I was at. Worth $22.91. And finally on the Super Nintendo, little Turtles in Time. That should recoup a little bit of money when I sell it. All these are in really good shape too, unlike those in Nintendo titles. $32.84. That's not a bad little haul of Super Nintendo titles. There's some. According to price charting, these Super Nintendo titles are worth $190.08. $190.08. Almost $200 in Super Nintendo titles. Not bad at all. Start putting these away. Get them out of the way. Create some room. I'll be honest with you, Jerry. Depending on what you have for Wii, unless it's just taking up a ton of space or you're in need of funds, I don't think it'd be the worst idea in the world to try to hold off on just selling these. Because right now it seems like the Wii, everything Wii is just dirt cheap. But I get a feeling that people will kind of discover eventually they'll Mad World, they'll figure out the Curse Mountain, and there's a ton, Zack and Wiki, if not exactly an adult game, so there's just a lot of good stuff on there. Kirby's Epic Yarn, and once again, that's like a $10 title. Tons of fun. Lost in Shadow. Once again, not a pricey title, but just unique and not found on any other system. Just a unique concept and unique gameplay. Where are we at now? 3DO! Oh, 3DO! Dead Space Extraction did get a PS3 release, the Move controller released, but Dead Space Extraction was one of those titles that was it EA? I believe it was EA attempting to find out if mature titles would sell on Wii, and the answer was nope. Dead Space Extraction did not do good on the Wii, and that was EA's excuse for not publishing anything but kiddie shovelware on the Wii from there on out. Of course, they did the test as an offshoot of. They didn't do a Dead Space game. They did a railgun shooter, and I like Virtua Cop and Time Crisis and games like that. But for a lot of people, just sitting there with pew 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 is that's a lot of people don't want to do that. That's not their idea of fun. So it was probably a bad game to use as a test subject, but it is what it is. Boy and His Blob, another good one. Metal Slug Anthology, first game you said that probably has some value to it and kind of harder to find. But I mean, you can do a whole lot worse than that collection, that's for sure. All right. Get these 3DO games. Oh. Wow, 8 people. How's it going? What's good? What is? How are you? Thanks for joining me on a Monday? What time is it there? I know it's Monday. It's Monday morning. Yeah, let me know. I think I figured out UK time. I haven't figured out New Zealand time yet. 3DO games. There were a nice little stack of 3DO games. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. And so if I got 8, that probably means there were 14 to 16 because Terry and I split them. So he got some and I got some. Yeah, go to Nostalgia Lane. I don't know when he's going to put up a video. Maybe he already has and I missed it. About what he got in this month. He also paid $600. In case you missed it or haven't not in the loop, we $1,200 lot. We each split it 2 ways, $600 each. He got, as far as systems, he got TurboGrafx, he got a Sega Saturn, he also got an NES, he also got a Super Nintendo, an N64, a GameCube with the Game Boy player with the disc. What else? He got the Neo Geo Pocket Color, no battery cover on that, and he got a power-based converter. How many times you see those? Power-based converter, you put it in your Genesis, it plays Master System games. Hard to find. Really hard to find. Really unique. Sin and Punishment, any heavy hitters? It's Labor Day. 10:52. Hey, Dathan's Gaming, what's up? How are you, man? Good to see you again. Whew. Thanks for joining me. Labor Day on a Monday. Oh, heavy hitters for what? New Zealand Link. So far, we've actually. I'm kind of doing. We got a lot coming up. We definitely didn't have really any heavy hitters outside of a Mike Tyson's Punch Out box, but it's a bad box. Super Nintendo Turtles in Time was the best game by far. 3DO, as far as I know, 3DO, it's all going to be kind of heavy hitters. Good to see you so far. So I think that so far the heavy hitters have been the systems which we started out on, which we value total at $883.26. So we're already ahead of the $600 I paid just on the systems, and that was CDI, 3DO, Sega CD, a 32X, and a complete in box Super Nintendo. That one. And the 3DO is a good one, a Panasonic 3DO. Let's get to the 3DO. Let's get to the games. Here's Starblade from Namco. Try to get the glare from my phone off. Looks like some sort of 3D Star Fox-esque shooter. Oh, Nathan's Gaming. You have no idea. You ain't kidding. I'm sitting here in New Zealand. I'm sitting here like, I'm putting them back on my couch. And I'm like, where am I going to put a 3DO? Where am I going to put most of this? The CDI is going to the storage unit. Am I going to hook up the CDI? I mean, I suppose I should test it. Oh, you ain't kidding about the bigger apartment. So anyway, Ultimate Space Battle with Texture Map Polygon 3D Technology. Operation Starblade. Oh yeah. Some good stuff on it for sure. $19.74 according to price charting on this copy of Starblade. We have a not for resale Pebble Beach Golf Links. This really increases its value, that not for sale sticker. Let me tell you. Yeah, it's worth $5.88. Where's the other kind of crap title? John Madden Football. Use some floor-to-ceiling shelving. I'm actually debating, I think I've mentioned this before, like giving away my couch on Craigslist for free. I use it to take naps in the wintertime. Otherwise, it's literally storage. If I got the couch out of here, I can get some more shelving. I mean, I wouldn't want to put my window, but I can definitely get some more shelving. Maybe even have a little spot for one of those arcade one-ups when they release the Final Fight one. That looks really neat. And get maybe a bigger shelf space for the $5 game box, because I've definitely outgrown 2 of the wine case boxes. So have like a permanent shelving space for the $5 game box. And also take the TV that's usually sitting here on my counter and permanently hook up that Pandora's box arcade like emulator thing. Have that constantly hooked up so I don't have to drag it out, hook it up when I want to play it. Just have it constantly ready, because there's a ton of stuff on there that I love to play. So anyway, when are you selling off season 2? I haven't really planned it. I haven't really planned on selling it off. I was going to try to continue until I couldn't. But as was kind of mentioned a little bit earlier in the chat, it's $5 game box humping is definitely going to slow down when there's no garage sales. It's definitely not going to be enough to do once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks for $5 game box, which is a shame because I like constantly uploading and having at least something new up every week. Not that it's like really like making me really popular, but it's just something I like to do. But if I'm just relying on Bozeman, Montana thrift stores and pawn shops, not gonna happen. So I don't know. I have debated off. We'll see. All right, let's get back to this 3DO. Here's a 3DO version of John Madden Football. Bull rush up the gut. Worth $10.32. I was reading the back of this box last night, And I remember stuff that's listed as the feature. I want the 3DO version of Madden over the Genesis or Super Nintendo. Jaw dropping. Oh my god, ooh. Like, over 100 plays, including man in motion. You could put guys in motion. Remember when we couldn't do that? Over 1,300 individual player ratings. Over 100 authentic NFL Films video clips. Network TV style graphics. Fully digitized player animations. 3D rendered field and stadium. CD quality Madden commentary. John Madden football for the 3DO. All right, we have Twisted the Game Show. Live from the Palindrome, where reality is irrelevant and it's always prime time. Worth $15.61. Demo copy not for resale. Yeah, okay. Okay, we have Stellar 7 Draxon's Revenge. Happy birthday, Cameron, Mr. Everdread. Thanks for joining us. Stellar Draxon's Revenge. Awesome 3D graphics and millions of colors. Looks like a similar kind of shooter space exploration to that Starblade. Holy crap! That's like a cross between Shredder, the Cobra Emperor from the old G.I. Joe cartoon, and like a Mortal Kombat symbol on his helmet. Worth $9.37. What I'm kind of excited about, it's not, which is in better condition, this box is beat. Out of this world. This box is just, it's like the Mike Tyson box from earlier. Like, how long do you hold on to this thing? It's worth $40, but I mean, this is a classic game right here. I'm pretty sure they released this for PS4, maybe Xbox One, and I thought that limited run games did a physical edition for PS4. I'm not 100% sure on that. So out of this world, $40 is what Price Running says. Maybe that's, I don't know if that's just for the CD case and manual, which I've got, or if they want the box with that. If they do want the box with it, then it's not worth $40 because this box is beat. But there it is. I can't pronounce this. The Dadaeus encounter, the Dadaeus encounter, the Dallas encounter, starring Tia Carrere. You made Cameron's day. Thank you for the shout out to him. Well, seriously, happy birthday. That's awesome. It was a P. Oh, was it? I think it was. I think you're right, Jeff. I think it was. So look at that. Tia Carrere from Wayne's World. And the man in the back said, everyone attack, and it turned her to a ballroom blitz. Remember when she was like the hottest thing on the planet? Oh my god, look at that screenshot down there. Can you see that? We're floating in space. Space. This is worth $24.85. Absolute goldmine of gaming goodness. Yeah, I agree. And this one, oh, it's upside down. Hold on. There we go. Psychic Detective. Look at that little box. That's kind of frightening, actually. Psychic Detective. Listen to this cast. Mark Hamill. I thought I put this on airplane. Sorry about that. Mark Hamill. Of course, you know him. He was a Joker. What? Star what? Oh, some little indie movie I've never heard of? Okay. Mark Hamill. John Rhys Davis, Gimli from Lord of the Rings, Malcolm McDowell, Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson is Biff from Back to the Future, isn't he? Like, holy cow. So, the first true interactive movie for your 3DO system, Psychic Detective. Inside's just this two, 4-disc game. I believe it said over 3 hours of live action video plus dozens of hours of gameplay. Psychic Detective. Worth $25.95, according to our pals at Price Charting, who, if I keep saying pricing a dozen times a video, should like pay me like $2 a month or something. Oh, probably 3DO games. Totaled up $151.62. 151.62. Yeesh. Get a little beverage. Hold on. And then put these 3DO games to the side. Is anybody adding it up? Can you even read it? I'm not even sure. Thinking when I'm done and got it filled out, I should frame this. Like, in the future, if I do have a bigger place with a dedicated game room, it's like front. Anyway. Off as much as we did last Sunday, so I guess that's good. Okay. Are we enjoying it so far? Is this boring as sin? Is this livening up, Juice Daddy? Where are we at? Let me know. It's honest, Scout's Honor. It's just Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi. You do. You do. We will get there. We will get there. I promise. However, next on the list is our Xbox/PS2 titles. We'll have those coming up right now. So, but you do spot a couple Master System titles. Not much. It's not like we're not gonna, go. It's not mind-blowing. But there were some. So that's awesome. But no, I am not drinking any alcohol right now. I figure I don't want to be I don't want to be passing out around Genesis. I want to be like, ugh, so this game's worth like, why are there 5 numbers? All right. Like the NES games, I didn't price chart every one of these because there's so many different common ones or whatnot. I mean, okay, I'm going to go make a cup of tea. BRB. All right, man. See you in a bit. Rugby 06. Science. Xbox 360 Rugby World Cup 2011. DJ Hero 2. Top Spin. Shattered Union. It's like a strategy game. Neat. Might be kind of cool. Somebody pronounce that for me. Mr. Everdread, the Whales in Bozeman, Montana are dead. They are DEAD, dead. Look at the very end of the last episode. Well, not at the very end, but right before I did the pickup recap of last episode of $5 Game Box. And you will see 1 week ago yesterday, Bozeman, Montana receiving 5 inches of snow. That pretty much signals the end of $5 Game Box. Of course, today it is mid-60s, Not a cloud in the sky. Most snow, unless it's just in a shade area that never gets any sun, is melted away, and it's really nice. But the garage sales are done, and now I anxiously await the long, cold winter to be over. March to roll around, and I check Craigslist and see a Saturday come up with like 5 sales listed. And I'm going to get up early in the morning. I'm going to bundle up. And I'm going to get the hottest coffee I can find. And I'm going to go hit all 5 of those garage sales in the hopes that one of them is a hit. It is a bummer because this is the slow part of game hunting for me. We slum it. We slum it at the pawn shops and the thrift stores. And the worst part is we've done 3 road trips this past summer to Butte, to Helena, to Billings, and I have scored at retro game stores, at pawn shops, at thrift stores, in all 3 of those towns. So it seems like those towns, the thrift stores and pawn shops aren't nearly as bad as they are here. But here I am. It's possible I can try to do a road trip sometime this winter, but that's the thing. It's winter, and the closest town out of all these, Helena and Butte, about the same distance away. It's an hour to hour and a half drive. And the last thing I want to do is get caught in some blizzard or some major snowstorm while I'm driving to another town. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, here's the strategy game. Whatever it's called. There it is. Have not played the new Soul Calibur. I have not. True Crime, Streets of LA. Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. Winning 11-9, some soccer. Footy, depending on what part of the country or the world you're in. The Sims Busted Out. NCAA football, Who Gives a Crap? Quantum Redshift. This looks like an interesting title. Looks like some water. Oh, it looks very interesting. Very cool. Not worth anything, but looks kind of neat. Tao Feng, Fist of the Lotus. I believe, from the co-creator of Mortal Kombat. So it's definitely a fighting game. Sudeki with, so sorry. My whole phone froze for a moment. I stupidly gave away all my original Xbox games and I had 200. Well, yeah, happens. There we go. Yeah. What was the other comment? Couldn't sell them at the time to save my life. How long was that, Jerry? So anyway, when I froze up, we were at Sudeki. Apparently, Maxim Magazine gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I wonder why. Why would Maxim Magazine give this game a 5 out of 5 stars? Is that... Okay. Xbox titles that are actually worth a damn. We have Silent Hill 2. Shattered Dreams. Rest Dreams. $14.84. Star Wars Republic Commando. 2010. Well, I remember when I thumbed my nose at Xbox at garage sales. Like, somebody said, well, I've got these Xbox titles. They're like, oh, okay. But then, like, the NES, Super NES, N64 stuff. Wonder what's going on. It's the second time it didn't just disconnect, but froze. Huh. Let's keep and see what happens. All right. So anyway, there was a time, like I said, like Xbox, I was like, then you're like, well, that's when it was kind of discovered, there's really good games on this system. So, yeah, but I remember there was a time you couldn't give away Xbox titles. Anyway, we're at Star Wars Republic Commando. It's worth $14. Samurai Showdown 5. Neat little game. Worth $13.24. And the best of the Xbox by far was Star Wars Battlefront 2. This is worth $18.82 according to PriceCharting.com. All right. Now to the PS2 titles. And we'll go over the ones that we're not going to price chart first. We have Mad Maestro for EA Fresh. Virtua Fighter 4. Final Fantasy 12, the Collector's Edition in the Steelbook. Bard's Tale. Just in time for PS2. Yep. Maximo. Not worth anything, but I thought it was really cool. Chor. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. Chor-Q. It's an Atlas title. But it's a racing game. Ace Combat 4. The Getaway. Stuntman. Intellivision Lives. Does it? Does it really? Jack and Daxter. Now to the PS2 titles we actually went to price charting on. We have I Ninja. According to price charting, worth $9.25. Samurai Legend Musashi? Samurai Legend something. Square Enix title. Love the animation art style on the back. Pretty neat. 1107. River King, A Wonderful Journey. Is this Natsumi trying to put together a second Harvest Moon type deal? Not sure. Worth $9.90. Obscure, The Aftermath. Also on Wii. Worth $13.42. Nice title right here. Drakengard. Another Square Enix title. Worth $28.96. I know I've got this. I think I've got 2 as well. I'll have to double check that. Wait a minute. Is this in French? This is a French version. It's got the little French. A Canadian flag, Francois. That's pretty neat. Huh. $28.96. The Street Fighter Alpha Anthology is worth $9.24. It's got Street Fighter Alpha, Alpha 2 Gold, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, and bonus Super Gen Fighter Mini Mix released on consoles as Pocket Fighter. So we got 5 games on there, worth $9.24. Wild Arms 3. Thought this was another Square title, but no, this was Sony. Okay, Sony exclusive. Wild Arms 3 worth $9.10. And I think the best PS2 title is this Grow Lancer Heritage of War Limited Edition. In the box, which is in decent shape. And everything's in here. The Grow Lancer Illustration Archive, the buttons, the keychain, the linacular cards, and the media DVD and the game. Game's in great shape. Grow Lancer Heritage of War. According to price charting, worth $28.47 on that one. So that is the PS2 and the Xbox titles that were in the $600 game haul. Put them back in this crate. Some of these are for sale or will be for sale. Others are adding to the collection, like that Grow Lancer. That's pretty neat. Now we go back to the board. The select Xbox and PS2 titles, not all of them, because, you know, like some like Final Fantasy X or God of War or Virtua Fighter 4, I didn't price chart. The ones I did give prices for add up to $180.31. 180.31. Yeesh. Whew, we are doing good. Where are we at? Okay. Now we are at the various, like the miscellaneous. Wasn't enough to kind of separate it by a system. That's where we're going to find these Master System games. So here we go. Random PS4 title. This is The Police. It's actually been on my Amazon wish list for a while. I wanted to try it out. Here we go. They did release a sequel recently. So it's worth $6.99. Let's do the Master System titles. We have the Ninja, which I don't believe I have. It's worth $8.80. Choplifter, which I think I have complete, is worth $9. Let's get the bad titles. Here we go. Great Football, worth $6, even complete. Pro Wrestling, worth $8.53. Great Basketball, worth $6.49. Hang On and Astro Warrior, which I think I have. I know I had loose card. I may have it complete as well. I'm not sure. Worth $11.49. And Rocky, which I don't think I have. I know I've got Rambo, but Rocky, $14.58. All right. Now here's some titles that are going to be kind of hard to price because they weren't, most of them, or a couple of them, weren't even on price charting at all. So, but these are the games that came with the CDI. The games. We have Compton's Active Encyclopedia. It's a CD encyclopedia. Price charting actually had this up for $7.99. I could not find a price on this. Treasures of the Smithsonian, an interactive tour for National Museum, which is all neat and all, but apparently there's a picture of George Washington's teeth on this disc. We have encyclopedias are cool. Encyclopedias are cool. I don't know if early 90s encyclopedias are cool. What's the other comment? Crimson Sky is my favorite Xbox game. Yeah, the original pack-in. Connect 4. Does this count as complete? I mean, there's no manual or anything, but do you need a manual to learn how to play Connect 4? I mean, it's an interesting case. Worth $12.95 according to price charting. And couldn't find a price on this. The Dark Fables of Aesop, Timeless Tales with Timeless Morals, narrated by Danny Glover. What? What? This disc contains the following fables. The tortoise and the hare. Oh, it's like storytelling? The fox and the crow, the frogs desiring a king, the grasshopper and the ant, the horse, the hunter, and the stag. This is Danny Glover. I've seen some shit. Now time for some fables. So yeah, there's the 4 CDI games that are the CDI things I got. Need a drink for that one. I think I'll take one too. Oh, goodness. All right. We will do 2 games that we got for the 32X. We've got Doom, worth $10.07. And I talked about it earlier. There it is. Star Wars Arcade for the 32X. And it is complete with the manual and the game in there. $17 according to PriceCharting.com. Box isn't great. It's really just a sleeve. It's just a sleeve for the game. All right. 2 games for the Sega CD. We have a Soul Feast. I believe that's a shooter. Soul Feast. I believe is it Renovation? No. So there it is. Soul Feast, worth $9.53. And where'd the other one go? Oh, right here. Mortal Kombat on the Sega CD. Side-scrolling shooter. Oh, good. Awesome. I love shooters. Nice. Mortal Kombat's worth $20.75 according to Price Charting. Pretty good, very good shape. And finally, one other random title. The only game I got for this system in this lot, but can't complain about this edition or having this title because I don't have it. Sega Saturn, Dark Savior. In just absolutely next to immaculate condition. It's like a little 3D action RPG going on. Exclusively for the Saturn. I think Sega even developed it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Dark Savior. According to Price Charting, this is worth $53 complete. So, nice. Very nice. All right. That is the rando haul, the miscellaneous systems or games for systems. $191.68. $191.68. $191.68. Oh, wow. Whew. Got you a little excited there, Nathan. Get some Sega CD and Saturn going on, and there he is. Yeah, I'm very excited to test out that Sega CD because there's some stuff definitely on Sega CD I want to try. I'm going to try to put... Nice. I'm going to put... Sorry. Keep my... I unplugged the phone, but I want to make sure. I don't want it to run out, especially as we get near the end. All right. Throw those away. What's next? N64. I'm becoming more I grew up on Nintendo, but I was always fine with the Genesis, and I never really got to play the Saturn when it was a thing. Dreamcast, I knew a couple people that had Dreamcast, and it was really cool. But man, Sega, the Master System, when I got my Master System, really awoke like a Sega fanboy somewhere deep inside me. And now I love my Saturn, love the Master System. I really need to get back into the Dreamcast more and play some stuff. I'm kind of crooked. There we go. N64 stuff is over here. Let me go grab it. But yeah. And get that. And all these games. And it. I think so. And this is going to be almost last. So put back over here. All right. Why is this crooked? There we go. Thanks for staying with us. We're having some fun. I'm having fun. we're we're about halfway through, a little over halfway through. All right, N64. Let's get started. We have one box game, and it's WCW versus NWO World Tour. May just be the game. Let me double check. Nope, it's got manual too. Apparently, this person paid the exact same amount for this at a garage sale or somewhere, plus tax. So it must have been a thrift store or something. Paid the exact same amount, $5, as he paid for this at a garage sale. Why is this so crooked? Stop. There we go. $14.99 for a complete in box WCW versus NWO World Tour, according to price charting. We have a dirty copy of Spider-Man. This needs kind of a wipe down, and I guess the label's torn too. $12.24, according to price charting. Wave Race, $5.25. Wave Race 64. Pokemon Stadium, $14.77. Shadows of the Empire, $5.18. Mario Golf, $17.48. Stop reading some comment. Gave us Blood Violent Games. Nintendo was more family console. Imagine Nintendo released R-rated games. Well, that's funny because Pat the NES Punk actually mentioned this in the last podcast they did. I think at the time Nintendo said, "You'll never see a game like up on a Nintendo console." What did Limited Run just put on Switch that I showed you guys last week here on the live stream? Night Trap. It's kind of... All right. Let's see. Rogue Squadron, Star Wars, by N64. Said it 100 times, Jerry. N64, as far as like all these, really has like the least amount of nostalgia for me, except for playing WCW Revenge, WWF No Mercy. These titles here, there's better ways to play them if I do want to play them. And I brought it up last Sunday on the live stream. I've seriously debated selling off my N64 collection because I know it will sell for decent money, and I could take a nice little trip or have a nice Christmas, give some nice presents for Christmas. I could do something a whole lot of fun than have some N64 cartridges in a, in a bin somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But I hold on to them because I'm an idiot. I don't know. Star Wars worth $3.50. All right. Super Mario 64 Player's Choice Edition. That looks like it got attempted to be used as a dog toy, or was used as a dog toy by someone. If Nintendo wants to stay on top, they need to feed people's fantasies for violence. I think they're doing fine with like Odyssey and Zelda and that stuff. And Bayonetta is a really violent game, just doesn't sell. Bayonetta is violent as hell. And plus, if you had told like Super Nintendo era, like Nintendo people, like you guys, like one of your premier titles is you're going to take all of your famous characters and you're going to put them in the game and have them kick the shit out of each other, and it's going to be like worldwide. They would have been like, nope. And now look, what's everybody looking forward to this year? Super Mario 64 Player's Choice worth $25.36. Maybe not with the teeth marks on it, but assuming it works. We have a Zelda Ocarina of Time, also Player's Choice, worth $22.88. We have a Zelda's Majora's Mask with the hologram cover on it, worth $32.82. We have Super Smash Bros. Speaking of, there it is. worth $29.99. I think this is coming down a little bit. And we got a couple games in rental cases. We have a Star Fox 64. I know, they were a toy company and a card company. So Star Fox 64, the manual, which has a tear on the front cover, worth $10.13 loose according to price charting. And finally, this is an upgrade for me, most definitely. Kirby 64 with a manual in this rental case. My Kirby 64 has Hastings rental stickers all over it and isn't in the nicest shape. This one is clean as hell. Whew, nice. You know what if I want to put the $5 game box on pause for a month or to the end of the year, I could definitely get by as far as content on the Juice Daddy channel, like trying to sell off, determine if any of this is going into our 300 sub contest, which once the channel reaches 300 subs, I'm going to hold a contest and give away a big bunch of games. Some of these probably should go into that, just because, 5 of you right now, very faithful. We've got up like 8 or 9, and all the thumbs up, which I really appreciate. So I should definitely kind of give back a little bit, Anyway, this is worth $22.20. But I think we can get away with some content like, hey, I sold this, and see how much could I earn the $600 back? Could I do it? And if I do earn the $600 back, it's going to be used for what this $600 would have been used for if I didn't spend it on all of this. It would have been used on my Vegas vacation that I took a couple weeks ago. So if I get the $600 back or whatever, I can have myself a nice little Vegas blowout. Again, which is my favorite thing to do in the world when I go on vacation. $216.79 on those N64 games. $216.79. I'm looking to buy Roll Away on the PS1. I don't know what Roll Away is. What is that? $216.79. I'm assuming it's a racing game of some sort. Is it a pricey game? Expensive? We'll put these N64 titles away. Most of these, I think, are I think I'm going to keep the Majora's Mask because I don't have the hologram cover. But a majority of those are only for recouping. I think I have most of all those. All right. We're back up top with the Dreamcast games. Wait, it was a Swedish puzzle game called Kula World. Oh, puzzle game. Cool. Never heard of it. Dreamcast. Oh, man. I can't wait to add all this up. Here's our stack of Dreamcast games. They released it in the US and changed the name. Nathan's Gaming, you with me for some more Sega stuff? We got Dreamcast, and then coming up, Genesis. Virtua Tennis, worth $7.35. Is it? It's worth a lot of money. I'll have to look it up. I've never heard of it. So it's called Roll Away in the US. Soul Fighter. I got this confused with Soul Blade and Soul Calibur. I think, wasn't Soul Calibur originally Soul Fighter in the arcade? And then they released Soul Fighter on the Dreamcast, so they had to make it Soul Blade. It seems like there's something convoluted that I don't know the whole story of. But Soul Fighter is not a fighter. It looks like a 3D action RPG type title. Game features furious 3D fantasy combat. Explore each world's battle over 40 powerfully wicked enemies. Attempt to defeat 5 brutally bosses. It's awesome and addictive. It's worth the money. What does it go for? Soul Fighter. We have a Super Smash Pack or Sega Smash Pack Volume 1. I'm not sure if there was a Volume 2, but we got 12 Genesis titles. I think they're all Genesis titles on one disc for Dreamcast. It has Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, Shining Force, Wrestle War, Streets of Rage 2, Columns, Vector Man, Phantasy Star 2, Altered Beast, Virtua Cop 2, which leads me to believe that must be the Saturn title, Revenge of Shinobi, and Sega Swirl. So there's Sega Smash Pack Volume 1, worth $12.06. Sega Rally Championship. This is Sega Rally 2, and it is worth $11.27. I think I only have this disc only, so that's definitely an upgrade for me. NHL 2K, worth $4.81. Last Revelation, the Tomb Raider, with blockbuster crap all over it, worth $9.03. I'm pretty sure I have this disc only. Iron Aces, worth $10.08. Is this a shooter or more of a flight sim? I think it's more of a flight sim. Dogfighting. Okay. Hey, we got that fishing controller earlier, so we have a Sega Marine Fishing. Fish famous spots from around. Is it actually based on real fishing spots? Dreamcast enhancements, more fish, more stages, mini games, online rankings, real-time underwater cameras. Neat. $5.87 is what Sega Marine Fishing is worth. $50 game, huh? Well, yeah, go for it. Get it. I'll look into it. I've never heard of it. More fishing. Sega Bass Fishing, worth $5.82. You can definitely use the fishing controller for this because they mentioned it on the back of the box. I'm not sure about marine fishing. Oh yeah, you can use fishing controller too. Sweet. Sonic Adventure may be an upgrade for me. I think I've got this disc in like the back of the case only, so now there it is complete. Worth $18.29? Did I write the right number down? Goodness. Time Stalkers. Unravel the Tangle of Time. VMU mini games. It's like a little more RPG action. This dude liked his RPGs. Time Stalkers worth $15.98. Alone in the Dark. I've heard this is terrible. Terrible game. But it is complete and it's in good shape. $25.54. Thought it was worth less than that. Is it worth less than that on PS1? Is it complete? Yeah, I got the manual. $25.54. Couple heavy hitters. Marvel versus Capcom. The tag team fighter of the millennium. Absolutely gorgeous game that Capcom made. Started off the franchise. Worth $42.96 complete. Let's go right in my Dreamcast collection. As is this. Seaman! And it is complete. It is all in there. The disc. Maybe you'll see it. The microphone, the adapter. It is all. Has that disc even been open? Yeah, it's been opened. Okay. But it's all in there. It is complete. And I'm ready to kill my Seaman. Cleaning the systems I picked up this week. Gamers, Manuel, how are you, my friend? I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, and I can't wait to see next Sunday morning what systems you're cleaning. Because if you're cleaning systems that you're going to pick up, it's going to be a hell of a show next Sunday morning on your channel. Everybody check out Gamers, Manuel. Just constantly great finds, awesome finds. And I'm glad I provide you a little bit of entertainment and video game pickups while you're cleaning those systems. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Glad the rest of you are enjoying it. It's good to see you all. Thanks so much for tuning in. And we'll keep comment. Like I said, you're not interrupting me. If you want to ask something or comment, please be my guest. 4776 on Seaman. 4776 on Seaman. Dreamcast games. $216.82, according to PriceCharting.com as of last night. $216.82. Boom. Dang. Wow. I've definitely added a ton to my Dreamcast collection due to this haul, for sure. I'm going to go grab a quick drink break. I'm just going to walk. My refrigerator is right there. Just going to get that Wild Cherry Pepsi Max out and get some more. Get some caffeine. Don't need to lag behind here. Look at this. In 2 liters. Come prepared, man. No whiskey. No celebratory whiskey yet. Maybe later. Seems like we'll be wrapping this up about the time the late football game starts tonight. No idea who's playing the late game. So we'll be ready then, and I'll be watching the football game and where am I putting all this shit? I have no idea. But if you're a game collector, you're a test. If you have no idea where you're going to put all the stuff, you're doing good. Wipe off the wet spot my cup created. Don't want to put any games on that. Bengals played already today. Bengals played the Bengals played somebody. Bengals played today. What's up, Tim? Is it Raiders? Is it Raiders and Chiefs? Might be Raiders. Is it Raiders and Chiefs? Must be. So hey, yeah, what's up? Good to see you all. I'd buy a second-hand car from you. I wish I was that good of a salesman, but thank you. Thank you, I guess. The Bengals played today. The Bengals played the Browns. Didn't they? Or is that that's Tampa Bay? I guess it must be the Bengals. All right. Chiefs probably going to roll. All right. Let's get to the PS1 games. Bengals play KC tonight. All right. I'll watch. Oh, looks like I didn't price chart all of these. I didn't price chart these two. Time Commando and MLB Who Gives a Crap. So we got those. Other PS Beyond the Beyond. Another RPG. I believe it's complete. It is. Disc. I don't know why so many PlayStation have these double disc when they were just one disc titles, and I don't know why they did that. But according to Price Chart, this is worth $30.50. Final Fantasy Tactics worth $17.98. This came out not too long after Final Fantasy VII, and Square was on a roll with this. Anything Final Fantasy. Just hotcakes. TRAG. Tactical Rescue Assault Group. Mission of Mercy. TRAG. I don't know if that's the best name for a game. Sunsoft. Worth $14. Fear Effect is worth $11, and it is complete. 4-disc game. So they need the double. They need the double. Are the rest of these all heavy hitters? They are. Well, kind of. Dragon Valor. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! I got that game in $5 game box. It's in the $5 game box right now, I believe. Got it for Dragon Valor, a Namco game, RPG, also complete, and it is 2 disc. Dragon Valor is worth $37.57. It says something about this lot of games that this title I'm about to hold up and show you is the second best PS1 title in the stack. Tomba 2. In really nice shape. It is complete. Former rental. Showtime Video. Want their phone number? It's fine. Maybe resurface will do okay. Tomba 2 complete is worth $60. As you recall, we got a disc-only Tomba 1 for $5 at a garage sale for the $5 game box. Even loose disc, Tomba 1's worth $50. And this title, you know you're doing good when it's working designs. Alundra. Boom. Really nice shape. Once again, just a 1-disc game. I don't know if you can tell the man. That's not printed on there. That's like, what's that called? Like imprinted, or it's got texture to it, or where the name and where this character is right there. It's really cool. This pops, that manual. So full color? It is full color manual. Don't do it anymore, man. Oh look, little mini map. Probably of their starting area and some of the places you'll be towards the beginning of the game. And the disc. Looks like it's probably never been out of its case. Alundra complete is worth $74.90. Couple games right there I've wanted for quite some time. And I don't think duplicating, none of it is. I know I don't even have Final Fantasy Tactics. So that's all going in the collection right there. Even the baseball game. PS1 titles according to PriceCharting.com are worth $245.95. $245.95. Wow. Does it tell you anything that I set this up so that we still have 3 systems worth of games to show? Up next is the Genesis titles. And like I did with the NES and PS2, Xbox 360, we have a stack of Genesis titles I didn't bother going to price charting on. Just, $5, $6, $7 titles. We'll go over those real quick. Mario Andretti Racing. I've got a never opened copy of this somewhere. Not worth anything, but I'm kind of happy to have it. Lakers versus Celtics. Jordan is OP in these games. This, and is he? I think, was he still in Bulls versus Blazers? I know he wasn't in the NBA Live titles. He kind of separated, like, you got to license me separately. So, do I collect homebrews? Not particular. I don't seek them out, like in any special way. But I'm not one of those guys who no, absolutely not. I do have a repro of, I think I still got it somewhere around here, Holy Diver, which is the American version has to be repro because it wasn't released here officially. Although they did do a release, if it is on Metal Jesus Rocks channel a while ago. Um, I debated it as like you can only buy like in a collector's edition, and it would cost like $100 something. I was like, oh, I want it so bad, but I've got this repro. It's fine. It's already in the collection. I don't need this. So, yeah, Holy Diver. Anyway, you want Jordan, you got to get these. Unless you want to play Chaos in the Windy City. World Series Baseball. Here's a label upgrade for me. It's currently in the $5 game box. It's Green Dog, the Beach Surfer Dude. Beach Surfer Dude. My label, I got this at a thrift store for a couple dollars, and it's only worth $6 or $7. But it looks like it got water, something spilled all over it. So label upgrade for me. All right. Cal Ripken Jr. Baseball. Sonic Spinball. Open it up. They're not worth opening up. Sports Talk Baseball. Not worth anything, but I don't have it. Sonic and Knuckles. So I've never actually put other copies of Sonic, I'll just use this as an example, on this to play. So that'll be kind of interesting. But yeah, Sonic and Knuckles. Tecmo Super Bowl. The problem with Sonic and Knuckles is it doesn't stack at all. NBA Jam. A toe-up copy of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And Jeopardy. Alex Trebek still going. And almost looks exactly like that, except much more gray. Sonic 2. Dude paid $1 for this. Not a bad price. Columns, which I'm not sure I have. A inbox copy of NBA Jam. So I'm kind of NBA jammed all over the place. Paid $2 for that. This dude found some deals too. NFL Quarterback Club. Winter Olympic Games, the Lillehammer 94. Lillehammer 94. Germany, I think. FIFA International Soccer. And Wheel of Fortune. Vanna White, also still with this show. And I think it looks exactly like that still. Somehow, some way, still looks exactly like that. All right. Now we'll get to the Genesis titles that are worth a little bit. Missed it. I love Sports Talk Baseball. I played it all the time when I was a kid, even though the announcer can be annoying. I don't remember these titles. Of course, I had a Super Nintendo, and so a lot of these Sports Talk things evaded me. But I can't imagine how repetitive some of those things got. But probably back in the day, back in the early mid-90s, like, ooh, before CDs. Like, yes! All right. Right off the bat, we got a loose disc or loose copy of Outrun. Outrun. Rental tags on the label and back here. Worth $24.99 loose. A ripped up label, Streets of Rage 2, also rental tag on the thing. Price charting says it's worth $20.97. I think with this label damage, you knock $5 off that. 15, we'll call it. And last loose cart one, Dashin' Desperados from Data East. Never heard of this title. Huh. It's in really good shape though. Doesn't have rental shit all over it. Dashin' Desperados worth $15.22. All right, let's get into the these. Spider-Man. Very confusing on Genesis. There's 2 games called Spider-Man. This one's worth $19.99, and it looks like that. I may have this. I know I did some Genesis titles for the $5 game box with some credit at GameStop. So I don't know if I have this or the other one. G-Lock. Looks like a poor man's afterburner almost. Why would you put a poor man's afterburner on Genesis? I don't know. We're 1384. Might and Magic. Gates to Another World. Not complete, unfortunately. Just the carton there. Price charting has it complete for 24. Without the manual, we can call it $20. I don't know. Sound good? He can be annoying, especially when you're trying to get someone out who is stealing bases. What does he do? Does he give it away? Does he like tip the steal? This game came out. This game was fun. Unfortunately, it came out too long before NBA Jam, arch rivals. I mean, it was fun in the arcade, but then NBA Jam just one-upped it with the license and the graphics and playability. But still, not a bad game. Not complete, and unfortunately, no manual. 1261 complete according to price charting. I'll call it 10 in its current condition. Super Street Fighter 2. Odd to think this may be my first Street Fighter title that I have on Genesis. And I think it played better on Genesis than it did on Super Nintendo. There we are. Okay. I don't know what's going on. At least we're still on. So anyway, Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 is worth $15.91. Yeah. I'm just going by what I heard. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever played a Street Fighter. It always confused me because Street Fighter 2 is a 6-button. And I know Genesis had the 6-button controllers, but the standard controller was 3-button. I know you press select and that switch, that kind of toggled between whether your buttons were punch and kick. Seemed like a pain in the ass when you're trying to do combos. Meanwhile, Super Nintendo was a 6-button controller with the shoulder pads, with the shoulder buttons. I always remapped it because the original mapping on the Super Nintendo games had the strong kick and punch on the shoulders. I always remapped, put the strong on like A and B or whatever the first 2 buttons were, and put the weak on the top, like A and B or whatever the first 2 buttons were, and put the weak on the top. That's what I always did. So I had strong, medium, weak on top. I'm gonna have to give. I mean, I'm a sucker for old baseball games. I may have to give that one a, pop it in and test it out. Well, this didn't generate any laughs back in the day. Balls! In the day. Balls! Balls, the fighting game. Worth $9.99 complete. Love NBA Jam. It's the shit when it comes to playing basketball game. No kidding. Yes, it was. Kid Chameleon. Not complete. The cart only in there. But it's in pretty decent shape. Price charting has it at 1914 complete. We'll call it 15 in this condition. Trying to debate which of these 3 games to show you first. I think I'll do this one. Todd's Adventure in Slime World. A renovation title. Bidhead 1000 talks about this game, but says it's better on Lynx than it is on Genesis. Says it's better on the Atari Lynx. But I'm just glad I get to try it out. And then I found it. It's complete. In really good shape. According to price charting, this is worth $42. God, they give you a novel to read on the back there. Goodness. Wow. What's the LOL on? That's better on Atari Lynx? just those words. Plays best on Atari Lynx. It shouldn't be said about anything. Now, granted, there are some good games on the Lynx, but a Genesis version shouldn't be topped by the Lynx version. All right. Is it a good game? Bidhead raves the hell about that game. So when I saw that it was in that stack, and Terry and I at Nostalgia Lane, we were in the Genesis draft. This was kind of near my list. I was kind of angling to make sure that when it was my turn to pick, that I had this one when we were doing our little draft. I guess I'll do this one first because it's the least valuable Genesis games remaining. What are they? What are they? Musha. I wish. Although we do have, and I think you saw it. Yeah, I got balls. I got big balls. Look how big my balls are. Balls. There may be kids watching. I got this because I know Terry had it. And there was a copy of the other game in this series that he took, which I kind of wanted that one more, but since he had this and, I'll take this and he can have the other one. Got Mutant League Football. Electronic Art. So they're developing this and Madden at the same time. I wonder if it even has the same engine. So, and it is complete. And it comes with a day's reading worth of manual. And, gosh, he even has... Are these the team names? Or the play? Are these the plays? Wow. Got the inserts. Neat. Those are your audibles. Got the poster. So yeah, he got Mutant League Hockey, which of course I want. But he didn't have it. I know he's been looking for it. I know he's been wanting Mutant League Hockey. So poster. Nice. Get it all back in here. And the cart is looking great. Mutant League Football. God, the man. There we go. $36.98. Let me take a drink for this one. Let me get my beverage. Because even though we've got GameCube and TurboGrafx 16 to come, this is the most expensive title of all of the games that I'm going to show today. And it's just in time for Halloween. Splatterhouse 2. Even has the hang tab on it. Wow. Completely great. Great. Complete. Cart's in great shape. Not a mark on it. Case is in great shape. Manual's in great shape. Not a former rental. Even the inserts. Splatterhouse 2. It begins again. 8 megs of gruesome graphics. Eye-popping boss encounters. Literally. You try to save your girlfriend, Jennifer. Splatterhouse 2. Anyone got a guess? According to price charting complete, $154.73. $154.73 for one game. Whew. Dang. So, all told, for the select Genesis titles, not the Sports Talk and these and the Jeopardy and the Fortune, just the ones I gave you prices on. $390, $365. Whew. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Am I kidding myself? I'm so glad this dude called me back. Because I had given up as a lost cause that this guy who stopped me at a garage sale last summer was ever going to call back. And he did. And luckily, Terry was able to go in. I wish I had 1,200. We'd have to. This will be an all-nighter if I bought the whole thing. Oh my goodness, it wouldn't have fit in my car. Let's keep moving. GameCube. Let's go get it. All right. GameCube titles. Super Mario Strikers, worth $29.99. NBA Courtside 2002, worth $4.95. I just thought it was interesting that it was a Nintendo published sports game with an NBA license. Kobe. Spider-Man 2, worth $12.49. Evo 2, yeah, 4x4 Evo 2, little truck racing dirt road game, worth $7.51. WrestleMania 19, with Stephanie pointing at me for some reason on the back in a screenshot. You there! Yes, you. Worth $10.42. Fight Night Round 2 is worth $7.65, but I always thought this was neat because the GameCube version came with Super Punch-Out on the disc. So you can play a Super Punch-Out. Wave Race Blue Storm, game I don't have, $9.44. Dragon Ball Z Budokai, $6.83. Star Wars The Clone Wars is $7.02. Soul Calibur 2 with some Link, worth $12.97. What was it? Link in the GameCube one. PS2. I forgot who was in the PS2 and Xbox versions. Completely forgot. Because it seemed like Link was the big deal, and then the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 versions had their own singular characters too. Completely forgot who. Vader and Yoda were Xbox 360, PS3. Vader was PS3, Yoda was Xbox, I think. Maybe I have them reversed. And they were exclusive for... You could eventually download them. Spawn! Yeah, Spawn. Spawn was the Xbox, that's right. Now I'm trying to remember who that PS2 one was. Yeah, Spawn, that's cool. We got Two Towers, which is only worth $6.34, but I mean, it's a really fun game. NFL Street 2, worth $21.41. What? Wow. I mean, I knew these were kind of holding up, but I didn't know the GameCube version was holding up that much. Wow. A game you on my GameCube's pick, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it, much less spell it. So anyway, we were at Bat and Kratos, which is another thing I probably can't pronounce. Eternal Wings, The Lost Ocean. Did get this from GameStop. I'm pretty sure I just got a case and manual, or case and artwork and disc. This one's in nice shape. Definitely an upgrade. Mario Power Tennis, or $17.67. Sorry about the crashing, everyone. I mean, I just got an upgrade on the modem. At least 10 years old. So maybe it's time to upgrade that. Oh, it works. My Roku streams fine. My phone, if I need to use it, stream whatever, works fine. I stream my bedroom, works great. So, I don't know, but maybe I should upgrade that. Tales of Symphonia. We're $17.29. Definitely a duplicate for me. I got this last year as part of the $5 game box. Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life is worth $14.84. Lost Kingdoms, another game I got in that GameStop haul. I wish it was Lost Kingdoms 2. I wish I got Lost Kingdoms 2 somewhere, but now I've got this doubled up. It's worth $19.99. Geist is another dupe for me. It's worth $14.34. This game was kind of discovered. You can possess a mouse and then get an upskirt of a female character, and I don't think Nintendo meant for that to happen. So, but couldn't patch games then. So, let's see. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is worth $15. I'm just sitting here thinking like got Okama, like, which is like, I'm sitting here with all this stack of or GameCube titles. I got 5 more to show, including a nice one. I'm sitting there like, man, I wish I got that Odama, O-D-A-M-A. It's like Obama, but with a D. Odama? And it was complete and had the microphone and all the stuff you needed to play. I was like, oh, dang it, he took it. All right, don't get carried away on this. It's some alt cover for Wind Waker, but it's nothing special, doesn't make it more valuable. It was apparently a, you can print off, like, there's some website, it might have been IGN, maybe GameSpot, was doing, for subscribers or whatever, they put high quality PDFs up that you can download alt covers for games. So this was the alt cover for Wind Waker, and it's two-sided. So you can see we got the original one is still behind there. So there's the original cover for it. And the back side of this cover is God of War. So there's an alt cover for the PS2 version of God of War on the back of that. So it's just kind of neat, but it's just on like regular, computer paper. It's not on the special, the paper they use to print actual cover art for these games. But it does look kind of neat. And when we first saw it, I was like, I guess I'll take Wind Waker, try to resell it, recoup. Then I pulled it out. I'm like, holy cow, what is this? But it's just an alt little thing through this website. Super Mario Sunshine. Oddly, I don't find this near enough. This is like one of those common GameCube titles, not common, I mean, it's $4.35. Oh, $22.50 on the Wind Waker. But it seems like no GameCube lot seems to have Sunshine. Pikmin, worth $20. I find this game more often than I find Sunshine. Smash Bros. Melee, still worth $49 according to PriceCharting.com. Big one. We got a big one. Skies of Arcadia Legends. Little Sega title. Worth $75.13 according to PriceCharting.com. That is definitely a big hitter, and I do not own it until now. So awesome. That Smash Bros is not for resale. I just noticed that. I have no idea if that makes it any more or less. I did not know they did a Smash Bros not for resale. I'll have to look that up. Or if one of you want to quickly Google. like, whoa, dude, it's worth $1,000 now. At which point I'm like, the box since I'm in the middle of doing it. So definitely some good GameCube hitters. Adding some stuff to the title or to the collection for sure. To my GameCube collection. Which between this and that little GameStop haul from a few weeks ago, about a month ago now, definitely hitting on. I mean, I guess I would like a complete copy of Fire Emblem. I've got the disc only from that GameStop buy. All right, so GameCube games, according to PriceCharting.com, $462.35. $462.35. To the big board. 462.35. Oh boy. I'm gonna put these loose Genesis titles in here. All right. Can you believe one spot left? Our stack of TurboGrafx 16 games. So you imagine, since Terry got a TurboGrafx as part of this lot, and we split it up evenly, how big our eyes bulged at just the amount of TurboGrafx games. Robert Mitchell, how are you doing? Here we go. You ain't kidding. Here we go indeed. TurboGrafx games, even like the most... is there such thing as a common? Is there such thing... hey man, I know it's late. I know it's late where you're at. I appreciate you staying so far. I mean, we're 2.5 hours, so thank you. And yes, definitely catch up. It will be up. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here, Nathan. But like I said, I don't think there is a common. I mean, here we go. Jack Nicklaus Turbo Golf, worth $19.99. And these are all, I mean, for the most part, they have, like this is one of the few that does not have, you know, a golf game. Jack Nicklaus Golf. TV Sports, a hockey game, unlicensed, $15.66. Tim, good seeing you. I understand. Thank you so much for staying. Thanks for the comments. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Check back in. We're going to add it up here in just a bit once I get through these turbo games. World Class Baseball, worth $12.09. Champions Forever Boxing. Look at that picture. We have Foreman, Ali, Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Not sure who the other two guys are. Not a big boxing, like, I'm sure I've heard of them. I just can't, is one of them listed? Maybe one of them's listed. I'm not sure. 2201 right there. Rally, our final lap, Twin, worth $19.99. Which one's... Oh, this random wrestling title. Battle Royal, worth $23.90. Bloody Wolf, $39.99. Are you kidding me? Tiger Road, $40.50. Andre Panza Kickboxing, $25.34. Can't pronounce this. Vig's Tactical Gladiator, $50.78. Yeah, I mean, if you see Turbo at almost any price, you almost got like unless it's this godforsaken like if you find Turbo out in the wild, I mean, I've heard of people. I mean, there's a reason when I go to the thrift stores, I still kind of scan that CD section. All I'm looking for is that. You know what I'm saying? Looking for this right here. Like that's not a CD. So that's what I say. 5078. Sinistron. Look at that. $50. $50 game right there. Dude. Sidearms. $30.33. Psychosis. $67.25. Is this the second most valuable game in this lot? Yep. And it might as well be related to the first most valuable game in the lot. Splatterhouse. $102.98. Whew. That is a stack of Turbo. Couple that with that PC Engine lot for him a couple months ago. Turbo Graphics 16 games, according to price charting, add up to $520.81. I paid $600 for this haul. $520.81. Has anybody been adding this up? Been watching for the whole 2 hours, 35 minutes? Whew. We need a total value. Let me get my green marker because we're in the green. All right. Using my phone to stream, so iPad for a calculator. You are one expensive calculator. All right. No, I don't want to back up right now. Fucking Apple. I'm imagining the 3 people watching, I don't know if any of you have been here from the beginning, but we'll just kind of go over as I add it up. $600 paid for everything you've seen over the past 2 hours, 30 minutes. $600 paid. The systems added up by themselves to $883.26. Dreamcast controller, the 2 GameCube controllers, the 2 N64 controllers, the PlayStation Move controllers, a couple other VMUs, random things, fishing controller, the Street Fighter controller, added up $167.70. The NES games, and not even all the NES games. The NES games that I decided to price chart, not Carnov, not Hunt for Red October, just like the 6 or so NES titles I bothered to look up on price charting. 85. Super Nintendo titles, which I think I looked up all of those. $190.08. Oops. Shoot. I messed up. Make sure. Because I don't know if this button is going to work. Oh, here we go. $190.08. The 3DO titles, which we had 8 of them, $151.62. The Xbox and PS2 titles, which once again, we didn't do them all. We only did select titles, maybe about 7 or 8 of each, even though we got a ton of them. $180.31. The various titles, which are the Sega CD titles, the One Saturn title, the Master System titles, the random PS2 title or PS4 title, $191.68. Our N64 titles, $216.79. Our Dreamcast games, which we got some good ones, $216.82. PS1 titles, $245.95. The Genesis games, which once again, about half of them were just not worth looking up. $4, $5, $6, $7 titles. Genesis, $393.65. Our GameCube games, $462.35. And finally, our TurboGrafx 16 games, $520. Oh, yeah. Well, yep. I mean, close. $3,906.91. Oh, wow. 3,906.91. Wow. $600 with just over 3,900 in value. All random, Genesis, NES, and PS2 and Xbox games. This NES and PS2 and Xbox games that I didn't bother. $4,000 in value. Yep, that. I think that's what we want when we game hunt. That's kind of the dream. I think, isn't it? That's what we're looking for. Whew, get my beverage. Dang. $600. I'm trying to imagine just what. Robert, this was a little bit of both. Actually, I didn't answer anybody. This was a callback. Can you believe how many game hunting channels do you watch where they all say, and I've said it before, yeah, I give my number, but then they're not going to call. Callback. I was at a community sale last July 2017. And this guy comes on me with his wife and his child and his 2 dogs. You're video game guy, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm the video game guy. And he tells me I've got, some Genesis stuff. I know it's a callback. And I gave him my card. I actually made business cards. I don't want people writing my number down because they're writing it on some random piece of paper that when they close up the garage sale, it's just going to disappear. Who knows where it goes. So I made a business card with my name and phone number and email address and what I'm looking for. And when people ask, well, let me write your number down, I'm like, I'll do you one better. Here's my card. Granted, that can get lost too. But if it doesn't, maybe this is the guy who's got the video games. Let's get those out and give him a call. And so I gave him the card, hoping because he sounded like he wanted to get rid of it last summer. Well, I didn't hear from him for a month or two. I'm like, oh, he probably went online and realized what he had and sold it, or changed his mind, or who knows. or I missed it. Then about a month ago, call back on a Friday night. It was just after work. I get out of work, I check my phone, there's a voicemail. Hi, this is we met at a garage sale and I'm the one. I thought it was just, some random dude. Then I gave him a call back, not knowing it was this guy. And then I got to talking, I'm like, oh, you're that guy. So this is a callback. Callback. I mean, what I found that the business cards work more than just saying, "Yeah, here's my number," but still, the success rate is still what's the company online? Forgot what it's called. It's one of those online companies. It didn't take very long to get them to me, um, but I had to order like 500 of them. Who knows? I'll ever hand them all out. But it was like $25. So I think it was I think $25 expense was worth it because it led to this. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. It's got my contact info on it, but I'll show you what I can. I keep them around. I keep them in the $5 game box wallet and my other wallet because I don't always carry the $5 game box wallet with me. But like there's the back. I guess it has my name on it. It's a common name. Justin Adams, video game collector. And then there it is. Justin Adams, video game collector, Nintendo, Super NES, Nintendo 64, PlayStation, Sega, And I put on there, I'm a local collector. I don't have an eBay store. I don't have a thrift store. I mean, I sell on eBay, but I don't I rarely do. To the point I think the real eBay is kind of I'm telling the truth. I so rarely these days. I don't say no Macari. I don't say no local Facebook groups or Craigslist. But yeah, callback. Do you have an account with funds just for game hunting? No, I do not. Unless you count the money I keep in my Macari account. When I sell, I don't immediately pull it out. Or if you want to count the $5 game box, which even though sometimes I'm like, man, I'm broke and I really want to go get McDonald's. I got $120 in cash. No other game box money. I'm eating ramen tonight. But you could pay yourself back. No, it's game hunting money. What if somebody post a great Super Nintendo lot on Facebook tonight? You got to have the cash. So yeah. Yeah, Adams Family. We are most definitely. Oh, $3,900. I knew when I was putting doing the prices last night, but my horrible mental math, I'm like, oh, this might be 2,500, even 3,000. Wasn't expecting almost $4,000 worth of systems and games. I guess now it's time to get into sell mode, to get into resell mode, and get first of all clean up, and then get some of the stuff I don't need or already have out of here. Will it be a quick recoup though? If the NES works, that's going to be a quick recoup. I mean, the NES, if I put NES and maybe the Mario 3, I don't have a Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. I didn't take one of those. I'm sure I've got an extra. I'll probably have an extra somewhere. But just put the Carnob, maybe Mario 3, and a couple of those other common titles. If the NES works, I'm my luck with those NES just working right out of finding them is not good. It probably needs a new connector. I've never opened up the NES and replaced the connector. It's not something I feel like I'm doing. If the NES doesn't work, it's right to the retro game shop and he gives me $15 or $20 cash. But if it works, I figure I put in 4 or 5 of those games. That's $50, $60 right there. Everything else, though, the math system, even though I love it, seems like a hard sell. Did he name the price or did you make an offer? Um, he talked himself down. If I can be honest, he talked himself down. Um, I go to his house and he's got all the stuff. Remember, double this up. And that's how much stuff there was because I split this with Terry over in Nostalgia Lane. So times two. Times two. And Terry and I were kind of doing mental math that night. We split it. And we figured we were pretty even on each other with systems and game values and whatnot. That we were kind of, that, not one of us wasn't like here or the other was here. We were kind of maybe here. Maybe not perfect, but so double it up. $8,000 worth of stuff for $1,200. So I go down there and he's got this unfinished basement, and that's the original story he told me. Was he like all his life, ever since he started collecting in the 90s, and you could tell he started collecting in the 90s with all this Turbo and Genesis stuff and PlayStation. He wanted a game room. He wanted to put together a game room and display it. And when he got a house someday, he's going to build his own game room. He finally got his house. It's really nice. It's decently sized house with a basement that's unfinished. He can do whatever he wants with it, and he wants to do a sports bar. So retro video games don't go in the sports bar. I'm going to get rid of it. So I go down there, and now it's not a sports bar. Now it's expecting our second child. We need another bedroom. So there's a bed down there with an unfinished basement. He said this was a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon. The guys are coming tomorrow to start finishing this stuff. If you don't take it today, I'm putting it in that little storage, like under the stair storage cubby. And quite honestly, it'll probably stay there until the day I move out. It's going to go underneath the stairs, and I'll never touch it again. So automatically right there. If you don't take it, I'll list it on eBay. There's no I'll take it to this guy or I'll take it to this reseller. It's I got to deal with this shit if you don't take it today. So automatically, like, you're not getting big bucks for it. Although he knew what he had. He knew his stuff was valuable. And that if he took the time to eBay, he said multiple times, like, I just don't have the time. I know I can go on here and sell this for this and that for that, but who wants to do that? You have to take pictures and you have to list and you have to ship, which is the same argument I use on a garage sale. Over that goes on eBay for $25. I'm like, well, then put it on eBay for $25. Get your phone out, get your account, have them take their 10% VIG, have PayPal take their VIG. You get there, you ship it, and you realize you're not going to sell it unless you get free shipping on it, so you got to pay for the shipping. Go ahead. You're not going to get $25 for it. You're going to get $18 for it. I'm offering you $10 and saving you 30 minutes to an hour or more of hassle of selling on. Anyway, so he has all this stuff laid out. Back to the story. He has a little aside. I'm not getting into boxes yet. I'm just seeing, like, I look at this box and I see, there's a Splatterhouse 2 in there. Like, holy, there's 30 TurboGrafx 16 games in there. Okay. And what do you want? And he's like, I'd like to get somewhere around 15 to 2,000 for it. I'm just like, ugh, I am not there, man. I am not there. The most I can really give you right now, and I know it's not enough for all this stuff, is $500. So I'd like to, do you want to sell the whole thing, or if I, cherry pick and take some stuff and put together to see if $500 is enough to take, that stuff? Can I do that? He's like, sure. So I'm in the Dreamcast and PS1 titles, like, I want that one, and I want that one, and I want this one. And that's what I'm like, Terry's asked me to call him if I'm ever in the situation to see if he's in a position where we can kind of go in, get the whole thing, and then split it. So I'm like, do you mind if I call a buddy? And Terry's known in this town. People know who he is. So, I explained, like, oh, he's this guy. Like, oh, yeah, I know him. So I call Terry, who's out there really quick. And like I said, the dude talks himself down. The guy's like, do you want any of the PS3 or the Xbox titles? We're like, not really, no. He's like, all right, because we got the PS3 still hooked up and we still play the Xbox too. If you don't want any of the Xbox or the PS3 titles, I'll do the whole lot for 1,200. And the rest is, let's kind of look at each other like, can you do 600? It might be a shitty trip to Las Vegas for me, but I can do 600. And the rest is, yeah. Dude talked himself down. He's willing to take 500 if I cherry pick some stuff. Who knows if I would have got everything I wanted? It would have been hell. Let me go through the Turbo games. Let me go through the Genesis games. Let me go through the GameCube games. Let me go through the PS2 games. And the systems. I just want the 32X and the 3DO. Yeah. So, and that guy's, I'm assuming, happy because he got all that. He says he's been moving this stuff. It's been involved in a couple of cross-country moves. He was a young guy in the 90s and early 2000s. So unlike a lot of people in their 20s are moving from this place and then a year later move to this place and 2 years later they move over here. And he's like, I've been hauling this stuff. Can you imagine hauling that damn CDI wherever you go? Are you going to hook that up? Really? No. So, yeah, that's the story of that. He got all that stuff out of his basement. I'm sure that makes his wife happy. The guys can come in the next day and do the finish on the bedroom. And Terry and I just made our video games collections that much bigger. And now I'm in a space crunch. I'm wondering what the hell I'm going to do with all this stuff tonight. I don't think I'm going to get my couch back tonight. But now that we've done the live stream, I will get my couch back this week. Every night after work, I'll take another haul, find some shelf space, haul the CDI out to my storage unit. As far as recouping, though, like I said, the NES, if it were to be easy, I could recoup a Nintendo, but I want to keep it. I should sell this. I should sell the complete in box Super Nintendo, but I don't want to. The 3DO saying CDI, but can't. Who's gonna? I don't know how in the hell you sell it. Master System. It makes me sad, but I think that'll be a hard sell. So many so-called retro gamers. I've talked to them. I've been in the retro video game. Oh, I'm a big retro gamer. I love retro games. What is this? Oh, that's the Sega Master System. Oh, what is that? What is that? Well, that's the console that Sega put out to compete with the NES. No, Sega's first console was the Genesis. No, they did an 8-bit console, the Master System. No, this is some bullshit. They never made an 8-bit. Sega started with the Genesis. And you're like, really? Yeah, I'm a huge retro gamer. I love retro games. Oh, well, I got this great Master System. It's for cheap, and they got some great games on it. It's got some great RPGs. It's got... No, when I say retro, I like Mario, and I like Zelda. Like, all right, dude. I got you. I feel you. All right. But like, do I need a third slim PS2? No, but I like the white. I think I've got 2 platinum ones, so maybe it's time to get rid of one of those 2. Now that I have this and a black one and a platinum one. As far as individual, I think the N64 titles I should be able to flip because most of them I do not need. Yeah. Full run of North American? because if you're dedicated, that shouldn't be all that hard. There's there's only a couple that are kind of pricey. Um, Golden Axe Warrior. Um, what's that shooter called? That shooter that you can only get if you mail it away from a magazine. Wasn't even on sale, and I've got it. I've got it. I ordered it off eBay. It cost $100. Blue label. It was on a blue labeled. I forgot what it's called. Exactly. It's so odd how big the Master System was, like in Europe and UK, but over here it was so rare that people didn't even know it existed. It's amazing. I had one store that sold it. They had a little TV cart about today probably come up to my waist, and it had a 19-inch like old color TV, like really old color TV, and then a Master System hooked up. And then on the second shelf, on like closest to the floor of the TV cart, they had like 6 games for sale underneath there, and like one box Master System behind the counter for sale. North American run that shouldn't be too hard. The problem, like, I even look at mine and I'm like, that was a UK title. I want to know what the name of that shooter is though. Now I'm sitting here thinking about it. I remember I did one of those eBay coupons where they pop up like 15% off, 20% off. I finally bit the bullet and got that. I want to walk over there and find out what it is. Give me a moment. I'm going to. Power Strike. And there is a Power Strike 2, although that may be PAL only, I think. Of course, it works over here. Recouping, the recouping is going to be N64, maybe the GameCube titles. Those are my best recoupers. The best recoupers on the Genesis are ones I'm keeping. Best recoupers on the Dreamcast and on the PlayStation are the ones I'm keeping. None of them on the Turbo. I think I don't have. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I don't have any of these. Sweet. Well, we've been doing this for 3 hours now, and it's almost 6 o'clock Mountain Time. I know probably the UK people are in bed. Our New Zealand person is enjoying a holiday, thank God. Complete this coincidence that I picked my buddy didn't want it. I picked up Strider and Wonder Boy for him in a trade with Corey. Awesome. Yeah, I know power. If you get the Euro Power Strike, it's a lot cheaper because it was actually sold there. But if I looked at it, but I seem to remember that if you wanted Power Strike, you had to mail away for it. You had to send in something like a proof of purchase or something with a postcard, and like 8 weeks later, Power Strike. Cooking dinner. It's almost time for dinner for me too. I'm officially, at least for dinner, on the baked potato diet. I've been doing it, except for Friday. I broke down and I got Xbox One X, and that double chalupa is good, but I can't myself on $5 double chalupa boxes. I'm trying to be good. Baked potato diet, at least for dinner, sandwich for lunch, and protein shake for breakfast. It's definitely less calories in than less in than out, and or less out than in. Whatever the good portion of that is. More calories out than coming in, yes. And I do feel a bit better. I feel even a little bit more energetic because I think my body's burning the energy it's storing. So I think that's good. Coupled with I started taking vitamin D again due to less daylight happening and waking up. It's still dark and getting dark earlier. Been feeling a lot better. So once I do get off and get some stuff cleaned up, I'm throwing a couple potatoes in the oven and watching football, and that'll be fun. Oh, Ben and Jerry used to be my favorite pals, but they did me wrong. They did me wrong, man. They did me so wrong. Oh boy. Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna cut it. I think we're at a good point. It's been 3 hours, and it's been a hell of a live stream, hell of a show. I knew it was a lot, but I'm kind of happy I got it done in 3 hours. I thought we might be here all night, but we did rush through some stuff. For 3 hours was a rush, and now I'm going to put it all away and kind of separate what I'm going to sell, what I'm going to keep, and then I'll try to keep you guys posted as far as recouping and where I'm at in that. It'd be nice to get to $600 again. Be nice to get back up to that, but that all guess it all depends on what I'm keeping and what I'm selling. So we will get there. You got a 3DO too? Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us. Tell if you follow any of the game hunters, if you communicate online, if you got like an inner circle wherever you're at, I'd appreciate like there's this fat bald dude. He's kind of entertaining, and he gets some great shit in Montana. So, of course, I should be the like way down on the list of YouTubers you should recommend. Should be like Bithead, Tight White, Juice Daddy. Oh, I'm gonna click that bell on your channel, Robert, because I want to see that 93DO. Oh, dang, awesome! That's awesome. I can't wait to see it. All right, I'm glad you learned a lot, Jerry. Um, yep, we'll see how the baked potatoes goes. North Carolina. Good night, Jerry. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. And Robert, I'll get to work on that. And looking, that's all. I was surprised how much stuff. Like just when I was going to the price chart and look at 3DO, I'm like, holy cow! There's some titles for this system. Now, what I'm curious about is out of those games or things you got, were any of those like the nudie games? Because those are up on price charting. I'm like, what is Local Girls of Hawaii? What do you do in that game? Game. Calendar Girls? What's Calendar Girls? So, Snow Job. What's. Oh, Snow Job. Okay. Look that one up. Got a couple games to look up tonight. Roll Cage is Snow Job. Got some football to watch. Got some cleaning up to do. Thank you so much, Robert, Jerry, Gamers Manual joined us a little bit. A video game lover, New Zealand guy. I appreciate it. Tim joining us earlier. Thank you, everybody. And thanks to everybody who's going to watch this later on and watch 3 hours of me talking about video games. Hope you enjoyed it. I've 2 for 2 on these as far as knocking out of the park is having a good time and doing these. So I hope you've enjoyed as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. And maybe we'll just do it again in the future. I'm not going to have a lot of games to show up if we do this in a week, but we can chill out and hang out on a Sunday if you're cool with that. Anyway, take care. Sub if you haven't, because some of this is probably going in 300 sub. I'm glad you enjoyed the streams, Robert. And yeah, Manuel, he did join us. He said he was watching while he was cleaning all the systems he bought this weekend. So we'll be watching his channel next Sunday morning to see what he picked up for sure. So sub if you haven't. The Instagram is JuiceDaddy5, which you saw the haul on the couch on my Instagram, but not actually what was all in it until this live stream. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I will see you soon.